Today on eNEWS, the dog days of December, how Lethbridge College is helping students cope with the stress of final exams, what to do if you find yourself in one of the city's new multi-lane roundabouts, and our local mayor shows his support during the holiday season. Welcome to eNEWS. I'm Caitlin Wilson.
And I'm Craig Kamba, and here's today's top story. Lethbridge College went to the dogs this week, literally. Studies show friendly canines can effectively help lower human stress levels. That's why hundreds of students took a moment to de-stress during busy final exams by hanging out with some furry friends. I had a chance to drop in and de-stress as well. Dogs in the classroom. Not the typical sight you can expect to see here on campus. The Doggy De-Stress program is in its third year, and students stopped by the Andrews wing this week, some to give a friendly pet and say hello, while others to calm their nerves. Natasha Trenker was one such student.
At my house, dogs actually have I don't know how to describe it, like you don't feel as stressed because they love you and they're wanting your attention and you focus and it's like, okay, you want your attention then? Okay, I'll give you your attention. But
college staff also took part in the program by bringing dogs in of their own. Staff member Jay Dobson brought in her 3 boys, each with their own unique past.
All 3 of them came from some pretty horrific situations. Zen was thrown out of a moving vehicle in a snowstorm when he was 4 weeks old. Texas was tied up to a tree for the first year of his life and was fed when they remembered to feed him. And Boomer was the toughest rescue. He had some broken bones when he came to me.
With time and consistency, Dobson was able to rehabilitate healthy human trust with the dogs. Today, they play happily and help others feel at ease. On Friday afternoon, sub-students were able to visit with a trained therapeutic dog. 7-year-old Maggie here was brought in by the St. John's Ambulance volunteers. A rescue dog herself, she has now been a therapy dog for the last 3 years. Maggie is no stranger to the Lethbridge College, visiting students here last year as well. Studies show that therapy animal assists in helping with a multitude of goals. De-stressing, improving self-esteem, developing social skills are only some of the key benefits. If you happen to have missed them this week, not to worry, the Doggy De-Stress program will run again next year during final exams. He's looking for more dog therapy animals. If you're interested in becoming a therapy dog volunteer, visit the St. John's Ambulance website.
Some people believe playful puppies and cute kittens are the perfect presents for family and friends. With their soft fur and fluffy tails, they can be hard to resist. But Megan Williams reports on why you should think twice before giving pets as gifts this holiday season.
These furry fellers are keeping the Lethbridge Animal Shelter staff and volunteers busy with all of their playful antics. The shelter currently has 60 felines and 3 pooches in their care. This number is sadly expected to grow during the winter months, according to shelter staff. Animal Control Officer Skylar Plurd says that while animals can be a great addition to any family, be sure you're ready for the responsibility that comes with them.
The cost of food, the cost of medications, licensing depending on where you live, and obviously the time commitment is huge too. Puppies need a lot of time. They have a lot of energy and they got to be walked all the time.
Frequent shelter visitor Annalise Snowden says she wishes people would consider how a pet will impact their lives after it grows and starts to become more work.
It's not a good idea to give pets as gifts unless you've talked about it ahead of time, because it is a big commitment and it's important to make sure that you're ready to provide for an animal for its whole life. So, I mean, as much as you'd want to get a little kitten in a box and, open it up on Christmas, it's a lot to put on somebody.
According to the Canadian Federation of Humane Societies, there were close to 171,000 animals taken into shelters in 2013. While some 83,000 were adopted, almost 50,000 were euthanized.
If you're considering bringing a pet home for the holidays, Plurd suggests that you consider 3 things. Pets will get bigger, they will cost money, and they will need your time, love, and attention. If the recipient doesn't have either of these 3 things, then perhaps a tie or a box of chocolates is a more appropriate gift. For eNEWS, I'm Megan Williams.
In addition to caring for abandoned furry friends, the shelter also offers education on pet ownership. Its webpage has nutrition, health, grooming, and training tips available.
The end of final exam weeks marks the beginning of the Christmas season for students at Lethbridge College and other institutions. Cole Sweer is standing by with a story that's sure to spark holiday cheer.
Thanks, Craig. It appears that Lethbridge College students will soon be putting down their textbooks and instead picking up their forks just in time for the Christmas season.
Textbooks are closing as students finish their final exams and head home for winter break. However,
Whether it's decorating the Christmas tree with family or singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, it seems everyone has their own Christmas traditions. Even with all the popular Christmas traditions, there always seems to be one ritual that brings family together more often than not, and that tradition is food. But why are baked goods such an integral part of the Christmas season? First-year culinary arts student Kelsey Campbell says how, in her opinion, food is as popular as it is around Christmas time because it's an easy way to show someone that you care.
Like, food brings people together, and it's a really easy way to show somebody that you care about them and you love them, just like making something delicious for them to snack on and stuff. And food's just kind of like a universal tool for gathering and friendship and things.
Lethbridge College Culinary Arts Program Chair Doug Overis says how in his eyes, Christmas food tradition is more located to where you're from as opposed to family values.
Well, obviously here in North America, turkey, ham, potatoes, stuffing, similar to what you'd see at Thanksgiving and Easter. Obviously down in the United States, far south, they deviate a little bit. They use a lot more pork. They have fried catfish.
Overis also says that he feels that Christmas time is not just for eating, but for spending one-on-one time with your family as well. If you need any more proof of just how vast Christmas traditions can be, according to BritishTurkey.co, prior to Turkey, traditional Christmas fare included roasted swan, pheasant, and peacock.
Cole, is Canada known for any particular Christmas treats?
According to Chef Overis, pumpkin pie is not the traditional norm in Europe, but it seems to be the traditional norm in North America, so I guess some could say that pumpkin pie is a tradition in Canada.
Thanks, Cole. I'm going to be thinking about pumpkin pie all day.
A new club that debuted this year at Lethbridge College is gaining popularity. The International Student Club includes students and members of the community who've traveled here from around the globe. Halen Cooper looked at what motivated them to come to Lethbridge and what international students have planned for the holidays.
textbooks are closing as students finish their final exams and head home for winter break. However, some students aren't afforded the luxury of seeing their family over the holiday season, especially international students, whether it's because their families live far away or their families have very demanding schedules.
They're busy in Christmas and any holiday, so they're not around. So, I never really celebrated.
This is the first time an international student club was ratified at Lethbridge College, and it's helped create a community on campus for those who won't be home for the holidays. JU created the club to bridge cultural barriers between students and out of a yearning to get the full experience from college.
The club to meet other people from different background and different interests. Yeah, so I just want to do something before I graduate.
One goal of the club is to create an environment where students can relax, have some time to close the books and forget about the stresses of school and get to know other students at the college while also learning about other cultures from around the globe.
Yeah, just basically hang out with learning different cultures and language and stuff.
Even though this is only the first year of the International Student Club, it currently holds membership of 65 different people, both local and non-local. The popularity of this club could indicate that it's not going anywhere anytime soon. For eNEWS, I'm Halen Cooper.
For more information on the International Student Club or to join, you can visit the LCSA in Center Core or its Facebook page at LCSA International Student Club. Coming up after the break, how new Lethbridge roundabouts are circling the minds of citizens, and why the city can't combat homelessness without looking at poverty at the same time.
Hey honey, what do you think I got you for Christmas?
An electric skillet?
Yeah, I did.
Presents are just so much more exciting when they are wrapped. Have your gifts wrapped while supporting volunteerism with Volunteer Lethbridge's gift wrapping program. Running from November 23rd to December 24th, individuals and corporations can visit Park Place Shopping Centre to have presents wrapped. There is a set donation price with all profits going towards volunteer programs. To volunteer or for more, visit our website at volunteerlethbridge.com.
Every day, animals are abandoned, given away, or become strays. They need someone to come into their life and give them a home that allows them to thrive and become part of a loving, caring family where they truly belong. Lethbridge and District Humane Society takes in handfuls of neglected animals who need your love and affection. Not only do you help them, they can end up helping you too in some shape or form. Make your house a home and adopt an animal that will bring as much joy into your life as they will do for you. Adopt today, save a life tomorrow.
It's time to break stereotypes and create opportunities for youth in safe environments and change the way we see them. The new generation, our generation.
Winter is coming, and the Last Chance Cat Ranch is trying to make sure all the kittens and cats are warm this year. But they only have a limited amount of space, so some cats might be left in the cold. But you can help. You can visit the Facebook page of the Last Chance Cat Ranch and learn more information about adopting. And if you feel confident enough to raise a friend, message them to start the process of adoption. With your support, we can make sure every cat and kitten is warm and safe this winter.
Okay, when I get this reading done, I need to study for math, then time for work.
Have a lot on your mind lately? 1 in 100 people are affected by schizophrenia. They know. Give up.
Listen to me.
Give up. You're an idiot.
Hey.
They know.
Listen to me.
You will fail.
Hey.
You will fail.
Listen to me.
You're an idiot. You are going to fail. There is help, and there is hope.
The city of Lethbridge is implementing a 5-year plan to end homelessness. However, for 2 organizations, the real work will be in fighting contributing factors that lead to poverty and homelessness. Aaron Haugen has more.
Economy and a lull in donations is putting pressure on the services offered. Adding to that is the beginning of Lethbridge's 5-year plan to end homelessness in the city, bringing Lethbridge home. The plan targets prevention, increasing affordable housing, and speeding up the process of moving people from temporary to permanent housing. For the YWCA, helping to implement those goals falls the Special Project Coordinator and Youth Services Manager, Jennifer Lepko. Part of her job is making sure that homeless youth learn the basic life skills they need to keep them out of poverty.
They don't know how to make a call to set up their internet or set up their gas lines.
Education is a sentiment echoed by those at the Streets Alive mission, a faith-based group in the downtown that serves the homeless. Founder Ken Kissick says that ending homelessness won't change any of the work done by the mission, as its goals are focused on eliminating poverty in Lethbridge.
The ability to manage finances, addictions, all of those factors enter into individuals that end up being homeless.
Streets Alive provides services like a clothing exchange, financial trusteeship, and educational programs like GEDs in an effort to improve the chances of keeping people in their homes.
Homelessness is simply one of the conditions caused by poverty.
Kissick says that for the city's 5-year plan to succeed, those who are meant to benefit from it will need to have the tools to succeed with it, and that is what Streets Alive can provide. For eNEWS, I'm Aaron Haugen.
If you'd like to help end poverty and homelessness in Lethbridge, you can visit the Bringing Home Lethbridge Home website.
Multi-lane roundabouts are fairly new to southern Alberta and have just been recently introduced to Lethbridge. Opened in September of this year at the intersection of Gary Drive and Squamish Boulevard, the new multi-lane roundabout was designed to handle increased traffic at slower speeds. Some motorists are still learning how to maneuver them, but others are embracing the change. I had the chance to study the impact roundabouts are having in the community.
The continuous flow of traffic can be seen circling around Lethbridge's first multi-lane roundabout.
It may be an unfamiliar sight to some, but many in the community have welcomed the change.
It makes traffic so much easier, and everyone can just rip through now instead of waiting for everybody to stop.
Well, I like it. I'm used to a traffic circle or a roundabout, however you want to. Some people are just not sure, so I think they're a little leery of it.
It makes the traffic go a little bit smoother. People that aren't used to it might not know how they work, but I have no issues with using the roundabout there.
Educating the public was one of the main priorities of Robert Kovacs, the senior project administrator.
The public was concerned about something new, right? Everything is a little leery about with something new. But now that it's been in operation and people are getting used to it, I'm finally getting good comments, and I'm not in the roast and toast every Mondays.
These illustrations can be found online at the City of Lethbridge and tell the public to slow down, follow the signs and road markings, and yield to traffic, pedestrians, and cyclists at all times. Kovacs says it's important to pick a lane before entering the roundabout and not to change lanes once you're inside. He also says it's important to signal when exiting. If you don't, you could face up to $115 worth of fines and lose demerits. According to Alberta Transportation, roundabouts are safer due to slower speeds and reduced conflict points. They also have environmental benefits as they reduce noise levels and have a lower pollutant output due to fewer vehicle starts and stops. But concerns over safety in the winter is something Kovacs took into consideration.
That is one of the priority ones because it's an arterial, so it will be one of the first streets cleaned right after the West Side Hill.
A second multi-lane roundabout was also built on Métis Trail and Jerry Potts and will be ready to go upon the completion of Métis Trail. A full presentation on how to use a multi-lane roundabout is available on the City of Lethbridge website. Simply search the term roundabout.
A controversial bill passed in the legislature is raising concerns for Alberta's agriculture community. One local farmer is worried the new bill will affect her way of life. Tanya Plain Eagle has more.
The sounds of these horses are music to the ears of Alison Clapton. Having been given her first horse at 8 years old, Clapton has a deep love for them. Being involved with the agriculture community for so many years, Clapton was able to take her passion overseas where she extended her knowledge in farming.
They just have brought peace to my life like no other animal or person could, I guess.
Since the recent uproar of Bill 6, a bill that the Alberta government claims is intended to ensure the safety standards of farmers and ranchers is up to par with other provinces.
No possible way that I could afford to pay workers' comp on that many children.
Clapton says it's very scary with the increased cost on workers' compensation that she might not be able to continue to run her home business. This Lethbridge College student is among many with similar feelings when it comes to Bill 6. Emily Ritchie feels uncomfortable with the bill mainly because specific details aren't entirely worked out.
The government hasn't consulted with anybody in the agriculture industry, and only now are they really starting to talk to people about it.
According to MLA Representative Maria Fitzpatrick, the government will take the time to work out the specific details. This process will take up to 24 months.
They also want to make sure we really take the time to consult on regulations because there are so many aspects of farming and ranching.
For eNEWS, I'm Tanya Plain Eagle.
If you're a paid worker on a farm or ranch, workers' compensation will cover you if you're injured during work hours. Bill 6 takes effect January 1st. Coming up after the break, get ready for some hockey action. We'll see how the Hurricanes are making their mark. And we'll take a look at Mayor Spearman's role in a Media versus City Christmas charity event.
Hey, honey. What do you think I got you for Christmas?
An electric skillet?
Yeah, I did.
Presents are just so much more exciting when they are wrapped. Have your gifts wrapped while supporting volunteerism with Volunteer Lethbridge's gift wrapping program. Running from November 23rd to December 24th, individuals and corporations can visit Park Place Shopping Centre to have presents wrapped. There is a set donation price with all profits going towards volunteer programs. To volunteer or for more, visit our website at volunteerlethbridge.com.
Is your life lonely? Do you need a friend? Adopt a dog today. Your life will never be lonely again. Your life will be filled with fun adventures with your loyal companion. For more information about adopting, go to windycityrescue.com.
Hey, it's Kiana Nelson, and you're listening to the Top 40.
Hey, this is Kyle, and you're listening to the Alternative Hour here on the Kodiak.
I'm Melissa Pudmay, and this is the Country Hour.
I'm Alex Mulick, and this is the Rock Hour on the Kodiak.
Hey, this is Sam Borsato, and you're listening to the 80s at 8 on the Kodiak.
It's 2 degrees at 2 o'clock. I'm Debbie Knight with Kodiak News. Lethbridge Talk.
Mental health disorders are second highest in hospitals. Women youth are reported being bullied right now. Discrimination of LGBTQ youth is 3 times higher than heterosexual youth. Youth are not statistics.
It's time to break stereotypes and create opportunities for youth in safe environments and change the way we see them. The new generation, our generation.
Winter is coming, and the Last Chance Cat Ranch is trying to make sure all the kittens and cats are warm this year. But they only have a limited amount of space, so some cats might be left in the cold. But you can help. You can visit the Facebook page of the Last Chance Cat Ranch and learn more information about adopting. And if you feel confident enough to raise a friend, message them to start the process of adoption. With your support, we can make sure every cat and kitten is warm and safe this winter.
Hey man, how's classes been?
Pretty rough, man. I've been feeling really depressed lately.
Oh. Well, I gotta run though, so I'll see you later.
You ready?
Yeah. Oh, nice man.
If you or someone you know is suffering from mental health issues, call 403-329-4775 for help.
Crime Stoppers and Lethbridge Regional Police need your help in solving a theft. On October 2nd, at around 3 a.m., a bike was stolen from a second-story apartment balcony at number 229, Berkeley Place West. The bike is a lime green and black 2011 Specialized Demo 8 with Kona pedals that retails at $6,000. The bike can be identified with brake cables that are twist-tied to the frame, and the rear chain is wrapped in rubber. If you have any information on this or any crime, please contact Crime Stoppers by any of these methods. Standard message and data rates may apply. Crime Stoppers will pay up to $2,000 for information leading to an arrest. Remember, you will not have to attend court or testify, and you will remain anonymous. We want your information, not your name.
Welcome back to our festive set here at eNEWS. The Lethbridge Hurricanes are turning heads in the Western Hockey League after many forgettable seasons. It seems they found a recipe for success. Jonathan Gignard has more on the story.
The Hurricanes are firing on all cylinders this year and are stick-handling their way to the top of the standings. The Hurricanes are competing for first place in their division, and Captain Tyler Wong says it's been a team effort.
As a whole, we're a lot more positive. Everyone is pulling in the same direction. I think that just one big cohesive unit is the reason why we're having success, not I guess individually, but mostly as a team.
The Hurricanes are currently 20-11 on the season, good for fourth place in the conference after a year where they finished second last in the entire league. General Manager Peter Anholt spent his first year with the organization behind the bench during the 2014-15 season and says it was a great way to get a feel for what kind of team he was working with.
Well, I wanted to coach the team to see where we're at with all the individuals and what kind of a team we had, and try to get it back on the rails a little bit with how we were going to play and how hard we were going to play.
Under the direction of an entirely new coaching staff this year, including head coach Brent Kissio, Anholt is happy with the job they have done so far. Wong says the team's on-ice success this season could spur additional future success for the players.
When you're on a good team, you obviously get more attention from scouts and from the NHL, so it's hopefully, as we if we can make a great playoff run, hopefully, the individual success will come.
If the Hurricanes can keep up their current pace, it'll be the first time since 2009 that they'll qualify for a playoff spot. But more importantly, they'll have a chance to participate in the Memorial Cup. For eNEWS, I'm Jonathan Gignard.
The Hurricanes are currently on a 7-game road trip. They're back on home ice December 29th for a matchup with the struggling Medicine Hat Tigers.
Lethbridge Mayor Chris Spearman is used to playing the role of referee at council meetings. However, a charity hockey game last week put our city's boss man on ice. As Sarah Redekop reports, community donations help support local charities, Spearman says must be at the forefront of our minds.
Mayor Chris Spearman was mediating more than city councilors last Thursday. Spearman came out to referee the annual City Hope for Hockey Challenge. City employees and members of council and the local media faced off in this friendly competition. Spearman says this is just one way he can demonstrate the significance of helping others.
It's important to support people in need. It's important to support charities and to show that leadership that this type of support is important in our community.
Spearman says he's a bit rusty on his skates, but that doesn't stop him from getting out on the ice for a good cause. 15 goals were scored during the game and a food hamper was donated for each. The 50-50 raffle also brought in over $500. Salvation Army Director Grace Kim says she's happy to see the mayor, city, and media working together for the community.
Well, it's always nice to have the city support us, so it's nice to have everybody come out.
Spearman says that as city officials, they need to set an example. Events like this show the community that there are many ways to get involved.
We do have a caring community, a caring city. We have a lot of volunteer organizations and a lot of people who contribute generously. And we need to let them know that that's appreciated and that we will do the same thing.
To watch the friendly rivalry, all that was asked is that the public bring a food or toy donation from home. Donations will be dispersed among both food banks and the local Salvation Army. For eNEWS, I'm Sarah Redekop.
City employees won the game 9-6. The event brought in over $11,000 in cash donations, over $2,000 in food, and more than $500 in toy donations. It's really nice that the city can have some unity and get together and do something like this. Do you have any special Christmas plans this weekend? Or?
Actually, this is the first time I haven't gone home for Christmas in 8 years, so it's going to be a little bit different. But how about yourself?
I'm actually going to be traveling to Salt Lake City to watch my brother get married.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Caitlin Wilson.
And I'm Craig Kamba. From all of us here at eNEWS, we wish you and your loved ones a safe and happy holiday season.